touches downstairs. Regardless, though, we'll move in to the ban phase.
Yeah, and having Clubhouse already played tonight, I wonder if we're going to be looking at a similar play style, or whether we are going to see that Thatcher taken off the board.
Well, as usual, Thatcher, I was about to say Kaid is an often ban on this map. However, the Thatcher will be the first ban. Maverick, quite a common ban as well. It all depends on how the teams are feeling. Obviously, with Ace and good old Habana being in play, you may see actually a Habana plan, especially coming from Naughty Sausages. They may be well set up to put that into play, but no, it will be the Montaigne, known for the aggressive plays up and towards Catwalk. The Montaigne will be immediately removed. Regardless, on the defensive side, as is complaining about a target ban, regardless on the defensive side, the Kaid is going to be brought now. That will be set up to counter any Habana being opened, being available, but as well, there is so many other options, not just one, and there you go, the Azami is going to be banned as well, so the Solus will slip through the cracks of the ban phase and will be available for both teams to play in round number 1.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot more you can do with the ban besides Cade, because Cade can really easily be counted down by the EMPs that you have available by majority of support operators. They've got those EMPs ready to be used, and that's why you don't see a lot of the Maverick ban really anymore as well, because Maverick doesn't really get played on maps. Like, I don't really remember the last time I saw a Maverick trick on Clubhouse on a wall. Now, it might be that I don't want to watch a lot of comp, but I don't really remember the last time I saw it, because you got those EMPs ready to be played, and it just makes your life 100 times easier.
You would be surprised. One of them happened last week, actually.
Okay.
When we were playing Clubhouse. So it is available, and a lot of teams do like to play it. Regardless, though, we'll start to see the setup. I was about to say Naughty will begin their attack shortly, but Riot Gaming will position themselves all the way downstairs. A few players will be set up on the upstairs angle as they will pre-fire, looking for possibly the head of the individuals inside. But again, members to watch out for both of these teams. Tesla has been on a rip and tear, especially in the recent play styles. Shiro has also... Sorry. Cyro. I got it now. I've had a nice chat to him and clarify this. Cyro has been playing absolutely incredible, and Rella popped off in the last game that we saw him play. Regardless, though, that's going to be the first pick up there. Huge pick from Orion as he's able to find the kill onto Flux, and that will start the opener here. Naughty showing that they don't have to be too scared about Riot, especially if they just won last week. It doesn't really matter to them.
Yeah, and I feel like Flux is going to take a little bit to get back into it. I believe he was on holidays here in Australia, being a New Zealand player. So, look, give him a couple rounds to get back into it. He'll go back to himself pretty quickly. Orion going to start getting those hatches open very, very quickly. We're going to see a bit of a gunfight here between... Oh, Siren missing him for the absolute pixels. We could have had a heck of a fight between Hills and Cyro. But halfway through the round, hatches are going to be opened up, but not going to be seeing much from the kitchen side. I think we're going to be looking at a blue and moto take here. Oh no, Orion's going to go around. He's going to start getting that hatch. Don't worry, it's not all done. But Cyro is going to be there. Is he going to have those impacts to trick the hatch?
Well, it looks like he's not going to worry about it too much. May not have even heard them just yet. The impacts were available for him, but I believe he was not able to hear it at all. Now we'll start to see the setup being put into play as the movement starts coming through. Hills will be able to find one onto Rella. Azaz is going to be able to take out Mallow, but now it's all down to the way that Azaz plays. He knows one is close. Impact nades will go through to try and find some damage. Hale's going to go back and forth. Yo, its life will kill Tesla off screen. Azaz is going to take a little bit of damage, but Hale's going to be brought down. Orion will find the kill onto Cyro. And that will be that. Naughty Sausages will find the first round.
That was a little bit of an unfortunate gunfight there between, I believe it was Asses, sorry, and I don't even know who was in bunker, but it was a little bit unfortunate. A bit of siege timing coming into play there, but Riot, while they lost the round, looked confident. Hence why they're going back there. It was close. They managed to position them into only being able to push directly through Moto. So it was beautifully played by them. Just unfortunate. Similar to the first round, what we saw between Kill Squad and Trident last game. It was just a frag fest that ended up going the way of Naughty Sausages.
Yeah, it was just a bloodbath between the two, really. It was really back and forth between Riot and Naughty, but immediately we can see they're trying to correct their playstyles. They're going to put it back downstairs once again and set up for this sort of push or play or slow movement. Regardless, we'll start to see Orion and the rest of Naughty starting to make their way up. 2 players will be spawning outside of construction site. 2 players outside the good old warehouse. And it will be a very slow sort of push. It looks like they're just maybe looking to try and get Hale in.
Yeah, I'm to eat my own words here. I was mentioning that Maverick doesn't really get played on Clubhouse anymore. And apparently I observed a match last week where Maverick was played, and I have no idea. And they're bringing it here for this downstairs attack. But that Legion Mine going to be giving it away, and Tesla is going to know that someone is sitting inside of dirt.
Looks like the prediction was true for Tesla. And that player sitting inside dirt is not going to really provide anything else. And he's identified that immediately. Hills is going to start to back off straight away. As we start to see the rest of the team making small positions, small movements here. Mallows is starting to get a bit upstairs as Esses will be making his way back into sight. They can now give the entirety straight back up, the exact same way that Kill Squad was essentially doing it. And now Orion will slowly push in, try and see if he can spot someone out, maybe find a kill, as the rest will be cleared up. Every sort of angle that needs to be will be cleared. So now they'll know that the players are just going to be sitting back down in sight, and they can look to start opening up a lot of this soft breach.
Yeah, indeed. Buck's got to really get into there. Mr. Life is going to get in there and start making that verticality. Because we are only about down to the last 70 seconds of the round. And verticality actually takes a little bit to make, especially when you're doing long-range verticality like that. You have to use a couple of shots. It can be quite annoying. But as we head into the last 60 seconds of the round, looking much better from Riot. They're playing much more passively. We're in a 5v5 to start this off. And most of the damage is going to be done over to Life, who's going to be bleeding within an inch of his life. I would, if I'm Life in this situation, I make as much verticality I can before I unfortunately meet my demise. But Riot being super patient here. 30 seconds left in the round. It's going to once again come down to an absolute bloodbath. It will depend on whether the boys are ready. Rel are going to be taken down to almost 1 HP. They're going to start charging in. He's not going to be able to hear anything. Frags are going to go back and forth. Eyes is going to be prone on side of the desk. He's going to find one, get refragged on. Orion's going to take one. He's going to take two. The breach is going to be opened up. They're going to be heading straight into sight. Not going to see him on the wall. Orion's going to take one. He's going to take two. Naughty Sausages. Mr. Orion showing what that Bearing 9 can do.
Absolutely insane playstyles coming out there from Orion, being able to control it that easily. It looked like he wasn't even trying. And the Riot that we saw a few days ago doesn't seem to be appearing here so far on Clubhouse. This is early hours, but Naughty seemingly in control of this match so far. Second floor gym, second floor bedroom will be the site of choice, as we can already see the setup starting to come into play. They will immediately go up to gym, and it's a good idea. Good idea to reposition yourselves. Good idea to change where you're pushing from, because if you continue pushing from the same angles, it's just going to cause issues. It's not going to help you out in the long run. And as a result, we can already see a few operators being switched over for the side of Naughty. Instead of bringing that Maverick into the play, instead of bringing that knock, they're going to be bringing the good old Ace. So he'll look to open up a lot of these walls, a lot of this utility. But so far, no real answer from Riot. There's been two players that have been doing well in answering. It's Azaz and Cyro. Hope I said that right. But
They did it this time.
there we go. We're getting better. Regardless though, Mallows and the rest of his team will start making his push up. Just trying to identify if anyone's trying to spawn peek him. I can tell you for sure, Mallows, no one is trying to spawn peek you, as they will look to immediately open up this wall.
My one question for you, TRP, is I believe Clubhouse was played in the best of 3 in the grand finals against Riot and Kill Squad. If I'm correct. Who won that map?
Ironically enough, for Kill Squad's ability on this map, and we've seen how good Kill Squad can be on this map. Hale was able to pick up a kill onto Tesla, but it was actually Riot. Riot won on Kill Squad's map, and Kill Squad won on Riot's map.
Interesting. I was gonna play the factor that maybe this just isn't their map as Aza takes the frag back onto Mallow. Mallow's done a little bit for his team, but not a heck of a lot. But look, it was also the potential as the wall gets opened up that Naughty Sausages have access to that VOD and have been able to look over it and see how they're going to play. Orion, once again, just hitting shots. 7-0 to start this game off. On the hard support, playing a little bit of Fragmite. He's going to be shutting it out. Flux, as I said, just give him a little bit of time to get warmed up. He'll come back. He's going to find his first frag of the match over onto Life. And the double cross here. Are they going to be ready for it? Cyro, he's just too good. Looking like Riot are going to take their first round out here. Looking nice and confident.
No.
Orion. Can't rule him out, but unfortunately going to get taken out. Kills left alone in the 1v2. Being able to injure Flux out. He's going to have a little bit of a melee. That's almost done. He's going to jump in. He's going to pre-fire. But Rella, right there, ready for him. Going to shut him out. And Riot find their first round.
Alright, well, good idea from Orion there. He decided he was the member that needed to start getting some sort of movement in. His team was not getting enough play into the map, and they knew that the positions could be set up for both of the positions that the last two players were in, which was Orion and Hale. Regardless though, it looks like as the timer was ticking down, they just decided to make the push. Now, we are getting the reset here. And what a reset it is. They're going back downstairs. Why?
Hey look, they've gotten around, they got some confidence. Flux is on the board. Cyro's been able to get a few frags. Maybe they just needed a round to get some confidence. And who knows, maybe they're ready for Naughty Sausages this time. And if I'm right, I know they're going to be trying to look towards that Moto push. And I'm trying to prepare for it. So it could very much be Naughty Sausages round. But Riot could very much come back and be like, hey, come take a gunfight. We're ready for you.
Oh, no, absolutely. Absolutely. Now we'll start to see two members coming immediately out from good old Naughty, as they'll start to make their way up to this wall. So they're going to immediately open up that breach and try and see if they can push those players that are out on the roam. Cyro still setting himself downstairs. Maybe looking for a possible spawn peek here, but they've made their way all the way up top. Hale will not be able to get this wall open, but then the second that we say it, Mallow, he's able to find a kill. Tesla is going to be taken off the board, and now he can look to start opening up that wall as quick as possible. Rilla finds the counter pick that he was looking for, and so now it's immediately swung back into Riot's favor. Take that back. It's now swung into Naughty's favor. This is such a back and forth game. There's still one more member set up upstairs, but he's going to be taken out quick and easy. Still Look at Azaz. He's in the perfect position for someone to make their jump in, but Hale will cut him off soon enough. He needs to fall back into the site. He has the ability to make the drop down. Hale's covering the angle, so he needs to be so careful if he goes to make this peek. And it's going to be slow. He's going to mistime it, but read it perfectly. Hale will be taken out as Azaz will be able to fall back into sight. The rest of the members of Naughty can start making their way down. Orion's going to be on a long haul peek. Needs to find this kill on to Cyro. If he can find it, it will be the most brilliant kill he can find. But now it looks like they're just going to try to open up this wall downstairs. If they can get it open, it may cause a few issues. Nade will come out. Won't find the kill, however. As the replicator goes through, he will have spotted one player. Azaz will fall back towards the bomb site. 50 seconds remaining on the board. Peek from Azaz to come through. He's still looking for something. It's a 2v3, but this is so incredibly doable for Riot. Not when that happens. Cyro will be taken down. Mallow is able to find one onto Azaz. Cyro is able to find one on Tails. Mallow versus Cyro. The two fraggers. But there is Cyro when you need him. Riot will tie it up.
Yeah, the HP advantage that Riot had there was just significant. You had two players on the side of Naughty Sausages practically at 1 HP. So it's essentially, sure, it's a one game headshot game, but you're essentially in a 2v2 at that point. And beautifully played by, was it Rella upstairs? No, Rella wasn't upstairs. Attackers need to whoever their player was upstairs. Beautifully played by them. Patient, waiting for the right time. The miss drone from Naughty Sausages, able to leave him in his position inside a bar. And that one frag pretty much threw the entire round back into their favor. Because you had one player with full HP and two players with very minimal HP.
Yeah, well, at the moment, moving into this fourth round, Riot starting to look in control of this game. And that's looking pretty scary for Naughty, even though it's come down in both situations to almost a 1v2 and a 1v1 situation. So, it depends on how this next site goes. If Naughty can cut it off, it's going to be a big problem for Riot because they really don't have any other site choice anymore. They've got both of those sites completely cut off. So, going back to Gym will be their only option for the final round. Just depends on what happens here. And will we see a Maverick? We will not. So it looks like they're going to use the tricks to open it up. But Hale will find the first once again. Rella getting a little bit too cocky, and that's an even bigger kill. Cyro is going to be taken off of Catwalk, and this is what you want to see coming from Naughty.
Yeah, that is a massive frag from Mallow there. That's your garage player dead, and then also your player, or they're going to see Valkyrie sight on the edge there. Mallow's going to come in and take the gunfight. Ace is going to be stuck there. Both are going to peek him. Ace is going to be able to do some good damage, but Mallow's dropping down below to cut it off. There's not going to be a lot of places, but Orion is going to get found out. A lot of these Riot players are just sitting in single positions on their own. And an unfortunate miss from Tesla, who's just not had the game today. Currently 0-5, but hey, this could be another culture situation. Get him to the mid-game point, and he will just fry. That LMG going to be singing out from life there. And a flawless round from Naughty Sausages to take control back of the lead and take back control of the game.
And I mean, a flawless round, that's exact... No life. You do not say that. One tapped my... You know what. Regardless though, moving into round number 6, they are in full control here. Naughty showing that when it comes to this site, they can do it easily. Now on the opposite end, right, they played this site only once and they were able to completely cut it off in one round. So the question is, will they be able to find it here? History says yes. Naughty may say no, and we may find a little bit of a different playstyle coming out from them. But people to mention so far, I mean, Sai once again showing up for this game, 6 and 3, done nothing else but play well. And on the opposite side, the man, the myth, the legend, Orion coming in with 8 kills, 2 deaths. He has been playing incredibly well so far in this series. So the question is,
at the end of the day, Orion has 2 deaths, Riot have 2 round wins. If Orion dies, Riot win the round. That is the logic here, and that is all that Riot have to do. If Riot kill Orion, the rounds are done. The round is done, and there is nothing that Naughty Sausages can do. But Orion going to be able to beautifully place that thermite charge. If you are unaware, Mute got a change quite a little while ago that allows his Mute charge, the Mute to not cover as much of the wall. So you're able to place a thermite on top of the wall, as so, and you're able to do that. Hail going to be unfortunately disconnecting from the game. That's going to be beautifully played in the favor of Riot. They essentially don't have to spend any HP getting a kill, and they're just able to do that. But Mallow going to try tossing some nades below. He's got a bit of intel. He's got a drone down there. He's now going to be standing in the position. Rella, you've got to move. There's another nade coming your way, and unfortunately, Rella, just like that, taken back to the 4v4. Oh, Mallow. Mallow playing with fire right here. Is he going to be aware that Aces is pushed up? I think he's going to be aware of it. They're going to be taking the gunfight. It's going to go back and forth, and Mallow's going to come out on top there. Once again, Riot just playing that solo gameplay, and that's not what's winning you rounds. And then Life, he's jumped into Logi, and he's got control of the mirror.
Yeah, well, he can make big moves, big plays here as he'll start to make his move in, but immediately cut off. Flux expecting that someone has already dropped down, maybe heard this player. It's Mallow with a quadra kill as he's able to find 4, looking for the ace. He is playing incredibly well so far. Nitro Cell will come out, but Hills will confirm the kill, and regardless of the player down, doesn't matter. Naughty Sausages we'll take the 4-2, and we'll be taking a short pause while waiting for Hale to get back in the match.
Should hopefully be able to reconnect, and we won't have to wait around too long, and we can get back into it. And if we throw to a rehost, hopefully our observer can be competent enough to put teams on the right team, because it is yet at the half switch. So hopefully he's got his head screwed on straight.
My friend, regardless of that, it is absolutely incredible how far and how well this game has gone. It has been carried on Naughty Sausage's end by 2 members, Mello, Orion. They have played so incredibly well so far. Yo, it's Life and Hills coming in with significant kills as well. And also Hale, don't forget about him. He's done really well. On the opposite end, Cyro and Azaz, just brilliant. Absolutely brilliant in their playstyle, and Tesla unfortunately not having the game that he was looking for this evening. But I mean, quadra kill for Mello last round. Looks to me like he's getting online.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a... If I was right, I'd be a little bit demoralized. You're letting Mallow walk around and get a quad kill, and Tesla's struggling to get that first frag, but Tesla's done well the last few weeks. It's time for his team to help him out a little bit and see if they can pick it back up. But we are switching sides. We are going over to the attack. So how were Riot on their attacking half when they were up against Kill Squad? Because I missed the match.
When Riot were up against Kill Squad, it honestly was just something kind of normal. Kind of basic. They were clearing the exact same as Kill Squad were doing to other teams. It just felt like there were a lot of mistakes being made by Kill Squad when they were playing. So as far as I could see, it really wasn't anything too fantastic, and that was my concern coming into this halfway point. They did have good players, good play styles originally, but then there were just issue upon issue upon issue that was coming up with the way that Kill Squad were playing. And Riot ended up being just the better team for that match. So they definitely had the ability to control the attacking half when they were on it, and they were playing just as well. But then you come over to someone like Naughty Sausages, who just seemed well in control so far. I'm afraid to see their defense, because normally when you have a team that is that good at just finding that aggression, finding those areas, it's really, really tough and really, really difficult.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting to see. Mello loves to run around the map. If you don't shut Mello down fast, he will just run around the map and shoot you all in the head. However, a team like Riot, in previous weeks from the ones that I've seen, they can be very coordinated on their attack. Their attacking side can be really well coordinated, so we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to give them a round or two to work themselves out and make sure they're getting it done. And last match, this is what we had. We had a bit of a pause, we had a bit of a break, and Kill Squad came back and absolutely demolished it. So we have had Hale reconnect to the match successfully, and there is no rehost required. So just like that, we're going to be getting back into the second half, and CCTV and Cash is where we're going to be starting off.
Don't worry, you got to see our beautiful faces for a few seconds there. Regardless, we will now be moving back into the match, as CCTV will immediately be the first point that Naughty want to take Riot to. That is interesting. They're not going with the competitive structure. They're going back with the Frag Fest structure. They want to play ranked with this team. So, no, as well as that, no Azami being brought.
Azami's banned.
I'm not dumb, I promise. But but as I said,
it's been a long night for us all.
It has been
Azami's
a
unfortunately
very, very long night. So Azami has been removed regardless, though. It looks like the Wamai will be the one playing up on this catwalk. Needs to be careful with no Montaigne. It's going to be a little bit more difficult to remove Yoet's life from his position. 3 players are going to be spawning out towards the garage side. So it looks like immediately Riot are going to try and get this wall open. Rella with the good old grenades is going to be there, but where is Orion? Is Orion going to be trying a bandit trick? There is a possibility, but he may decide not to. His position right now suggests that he is. Yes, he is. He's going. We'll hear the thermite charge go down. Cancelled immediately. So Flux will need to get ready with his utility as well. But that's both of the EMPs down. I didn't even realize. That's a huge misplay.
Now.
They need to go through and clear out the members below. It's going to be Mallows and Hills to counter any sort of push coming from there. Orion, expecting more, doesn't even need to play in that position.
Yeah, and that's the big thing about the EMPs compared to a Thatcher. The EMPs are directed bursts of those EMPs, so you need to be hitting directly or very close to directly on those EMPs, and having them spaced out as you saw they were, having one in the left corner, having one in the right corner is super impactful for just those EMPs, because you got to throw 2 to get rid of them. You trick that wall and it's perfectly fine, but the nades below are going to open up that wall perfectly fine. Beautifully played from Mallow to use those nades to get some support. Oh, did I say Mallow? Sorry, I'm thinking I'm on the deck. Cyro to use his nades to get that beautifully opened up for us. I'd still have to switch sides, but Hills, he's still floating downstairs for us.
Well, Hill's position means that he can rotate quickly, try and find the angles which his teammates are not covering. But now this looks like a full construction push. We're seeing 4 members from the side of Riot being set up on this side of the map. There's still 2 nitro cells in play, so they can deal a little bit when they need to. There's the member that you don't want to even touch, don't want to even talk to. It is Orion. He finds an easy headshot on to Rella straight off the bat. Now there's 4 members still sitting there. Flux looking to see if he can spot out the exact position of a few players. Tesla will be able to find the kill on the Mellows. They've somehow managed to get this wall open. Nade will go through, not able to find the kill onto Hale. The peek will be made. Yord's Life is able to confirm the kill. Naughty Sausages on a rip and tear. Flux will be taken down by Hale as Hills will be able to find the final member of Riot. And we said with this timeout, it should be a bit of time for Riot to have a chat, but it looks like Naughty Sausages all the way.
Yeah, Naughty Sausages taking them out into a comfortable 3-round lead. So they've got a bit of time to, whether they want to try some new stuff, whether they want to just mess around and have a bit of fun, or whether they just want to absolutely dominate Riot. They could shut this down right here, or, as I said, they can try some new stuff out. We'll wait and see. Riot have a lot of work to do to get themselves back in this game, but the winners of LPL Challenger, you can't rule them out. They've got some time to make a comeback. It is not over until Naughty Sausages reaches that 7 rounds.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely true. And as we saw, there can be a comeback made quite easily by these 2 teams. Quite quickly. We've had multiple different times where reverse sweeps have happened, but right now, they're looking in a probable position to get it over with. If I'm honest, Naughty Sausages just seem to be such a threat, and I mean, if they can't control this side, it puts them into match point. Sorry, if they can't attack this side, it puts the enemies into match point, and that is just a scary, scary outlook for the side of Riot. They need to start clearing up these angles ASAP, finding these players sitting on those aggressive and aggression angles. Look at Yord's Life. We'll hear something go through. Doesn't believe it is Cyro.
He knows it's a clone.
He knows it's the Iana clone. He's waiting for it to run out. It will run out now. Will he make the push in? Yes, he will. It will be heard. Nitro will go out, but it's immediately caught. He can now fall back towards the site. 1 Nitro cell gone, but 1 good idea. Hale's going to be taken out. That will be Az's to find the kill. And so now, it just leads down to the rest of the 4 members from Naughty.
Yeah, and this is the way you need to start out the round. The 4 are now back on site, just chilling, taking a place. Actually, no, Hills is like kitchen. Hills could prove to be an absolute disruption of this round, if not droned out correctly. But if Riot are playing the way that I believe them to play, they're ready for this, and they will drone it out and take him out. But this is the start that the Riot needs to this attacking half. They need to be able to just win around and get that momentum swinging back for them.
Hill's position is massive. He's not going to be red. He'll find 1. Searches for the 2nd. Misses the kill. Azaz will try and pick him up and will be successful. But that is your thermite down. You only had your buck. There's no way to open kitchen hatch. Nitro cell comes in. Mallows will start bringing it back up. Spots as he picks up the diffuser. They start to make their way down main stairs. 1 player is set for blue. It is going to be Psy. He needs to find as much as he possibly can here, but it looks like the positions are well set up. Rella, he's taking a lot of damage. That's going to be the kill. Mello's feeling online and ready to go. Nade will go through. It will find 1. It's going to be the drop of Mellows. He may get picked up. Yord's Life is the last member remaining. They will spot the blood trail, and Yord's Life will start making his move backwards. This is the time where he needs to find the kills. Why does he take that fire and switch the gun? It's the wrong idea. He will spot the kill on 1. Now he has all the time in the world to make the play. No Nitro Cell in hand. However, the play is close. Azaz will find the kill. And Riot will stay in for another round.
The confidence is there now. Riot The confidence on Az is there just to swing that gunfight. You're in a 1v1. You just got the diffuser down. The confidence to swing. You know Riot are ready to make a comeback here.
Well,
oh, sorry.
Nah, you're all good, my friend. Basement Church, Basement Arsenal will be the side of call. 5-3 will be the setup. So, it's interesting though, right? Naughty seemed to have that round in control. Then 2 misplays. Mallow's getting caught early. Cyro able to pick up 1 on the far angle. And then, yeah, it was just completely shut down. So, I don't really know what's the best way to look at this at the moment. I don't know who's going to be able to successfully win. If Naughty is able to find the next round, they are more than likely going to end the game. If Riot manages to find this next round, I'm going to put it to a 50-50.
If Riot win this next round, Naughty Sausages should take a timeout. Should. Will they? Probably not, because they're ranked star gunners. And they ain't scared to take a gunfight. I feel like they have the confidence in themselves to get it done. But I would still take it anyway. Just to make sure you're communicating. Maybe some calls are getting missed. Maybe things are just getting dropped. Because, yeah. This is a rough game for them to lose if they do.
And there you can see it right in the positioning from all the members of Naughty Sausages. Let's not play players off site. Let's just completely bunker the entirety of site. And that can be an issue for one of 2 reasons. One, you're allowing Riot to use all of their utility. So they can open up everything. They can get all the positions. They can get all the directions set up and ready to go. The other problem is, you're all set in a localized area. With 2 nades being available on the board for just Psy, and 2 nades being available for Az. It's a big problem. You're not going to get a lot of movement. Your angles are going to be caught up. You're going to be squeezed into submission. So, I just wonder exactly what is going to be the play here from Naughty, and will they be able to win this round?
It's a very different play style coming out from them. They've been really aggressive in the swinging and everything, but this time they're just sitting on site and chilling. Hatches are going to get opened up for free. There's not going to be any random misplay that's going to result in Tesla's death. Thank heavens. Hopefully we can keep that going and Tesla can get himself into this game. Because if Tesla gets himself into this game, I got no hope for Naughty Sausages, unfortunately. Rella going to find an early frag onto Orion. And Riot are going to start just walking down, taking everything. All that utility, all that verticality is made. But Hills, he's on a flank. They're not ready for it.
Well, Hills will be able to find one, but is immediately silenced. Cyro putting an end to any misbehavings there, and this is going to allow it to be a little bit easier for people to make moves. Right now, though, in sight, Hale, he's missed the player that's actually rushed through inside of that hallway. And as a result, Rella, he's able to find a kill. The peak will come through. Thermite will be spotted out. Hale's able to make it to a 3v2. Yod's life taking a little bit of damage. Rella will be able to find the kill. He is on a rip and tear. Az is able to find Hale. And this is looking pretty terrifying for Naughty Sausages as Riot seem to find their groove.
This is what I said. It's the timeout. It's the disconnect. It's the disconnect, the pause. They get time to chill and just refocus their heads, and then they suddenly wake up and go, oh, we actually know how to play this game. It's looking beautiful from Riot. I feel so bad for Tesla. Every gunfight I've seen Tesla die in, he's not looking at it.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as
He
many
is
bombs as they can.
unfortunately not taking gunfights. He is just getting shut down. But look, he's doing his job on the defense. On the support. He's getting those walls open. When he's alive, he's getting those plants down, and he's just supporting his team to the best ability he can.
And that's what you want. I mean, if you've got no other option, if you've got nothing else to really run on, That's the way to go. That's where you need to be. That's where you need to have position yourself, and that's how you need to play. So at least he's doing enough to be involved in the team matters, to be involved in the situations, and that's what we like to see. Regardless, both these teams definitely feeling the exhaustion. It's starting to hit that time of night where these players will start to feel like they need to go to sleep, need to get some shut-eye for the next day. So expect them to be playing a little bit more sloppy, and we can start to already see that with the playstyles of Naughty Sausages. They're starting to get a little bit sloppy in their positioning, starting to get a little bit sloppy with everything that they're doing, and a hell dive play coming out there from Mellows as he actually gets caught. That is Riot to find the kill, and it's Az's on top of it to confirm it. Now, for the first time in a long time, welcome it back. The Maverick is going to be opening up this wall.
Riot's watching the stream, I swear.
Absolutely, they're watching this.
Riot's
stream.
watching the stream, just heard me say it, and they're like, "Hey, Ling, shut up. We do map trophy is still a thing. Don't worry about it."
Now,
And the holes in the walls make it damn difficult to map trophy this wall.
it does take a lot of time, and you need to clear it up correctly. I believe last week it was actually bandits, I may be wrong, that were able to successfully verse Riot and pick up a few kills when Riot was misplaying on this bandit trick. Maverick trick. But then again, right now it's currently a 4v5. It is still very doable. It's a very doable round. But now that they've got the wall open, it's going to become less and less. Flux just sitting outside, has all the intel he can provide to the rest of his teammates sitting in towards the site. Right now, it's Life in the perfect position to counteract any sort of peek, any sort of play from the outside. But there's the first kill. Hills makes it happen. We're going to be getting ever closer back to the scoreboard that the teams are looking for. 4-4 now. Health differential for the side of Naughty, as Hills will find a second. He's saying, "I'm not going down without a fight." It's Life's going to take a little bit of damage as he dances with death back and forth. He'll make the peaks, able to find the kill onto Tesla. His position now going to be taken out. Rella's able to find that player. Flux, as a result, downstairs will be in position, but there it is again! Hills coming in to find the kill on Rella. Now it's all down to Flux. He needs to find his position, needs to find his movement, and find his groove. He'll start to make his way up the stairs, needs to position himself perfectly for this player. We'll see the barrel. Hills doing 360s. As he'll peek from the left side, able to find the kill is not Hills, it is Hale. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let me welcome you to the final match point of this evening. Naughty Sausages are taking it to match point.
It's not the final match point
Of this evening.
We could go to overtime and have an overtime match point.
Yeah, but it's a final match point, it's not the OT match point. No, I'm
But
kidding.
but a match point's a match point, Tiaki.
Well, it is what it is,
No,
you know what?
But Naughty Sausages secure themselves at least 1 point, which is fantastic. I gotta believe that moves them up into third place, or maybe they need an OT win to move up into third place.
Meh, who
I'm
cares?
not 100% sure.
Who cares?
But-
Let's make sure they win this match. How about that?
Hey, I'm rooting for my boys over at Riot, bro. They're here to make the comeback.
Well, I'm rooting for my boys over at Naughty Sausages. 7-4, send them packing. Get them home, Naughty Sausages. And this tyrannical train that we've seen them going on in the last few days with Riot well in control. End it all. And that's my prediction.
Look, your prediction is more feasible to become true than mine, but end of the day, if anyone is going to be making a comeback, I think it's going to be Riot. And this early round is going to be setting us off on a little bit of a split play. Everyone seems to be a bit everywhere, and when that has happened, it has not been fantastic for Riot, but Mallow going to be taking a little hidey hole inside of Garage. He's going to stay on it. He's going to play a bit aggressive, see what he can do. assume they're going to have no idea unless they've got a cam pre-placed inside of garage. And they're going to very quickly rotate over to get the other wall. And Orion, who's been absolutely fantastic tonight, playing support and frag, is once again, they've got 2 EMPs to get this wall open. Is he going to do the same thing where they are so spaced apart that 1 EMP is not enough to get them both?
Well, we'll have to see, because right now it looks like it is not going to be close enough. Yes, it is. And now immediately Orion's going to get onto that wall. Will he have enough time? He will. And that will be the wall completely cut off. So they will not be able to open that straight off the bat, because that is both of the EMPs used once again. So that is a huge play coming in from Orion. Make that the support. What a legend he has been for his team. Definitely the MVP for this series so far. Nitrocell will go out. It will not find enough damage. Mellows in his position finds the kill that they were all looking for, and that is such a huge kill. It's the last bit of utility. Mellows is going to be dropped down as immediately Rella searching for this player inside of sight. Hills is going to be taken off as well. Tesla's able to find Hale. It is starting to all crumble for Naughty Sausages. 2 players remain inside sight. Make it 1. It's Yo, it's Life. We've seen him in these clutch situations before. He has struggled so hard. He knows 1 is on main, but there is 2. Riot will bring it ever closer. And this is starting to get scary.
Hey, I said we were going overtime. I said we were going overtime. It was happening. I look very much forward to it. And Tesla, he's woken up now. Double kill on the round. I think if Tesla gets another double kill, I think this is going to get very, very scary for Naughty Sausages. Because once Tesla gets hot, does he get hot?
Well, match point round, the last chance for Naughty Sausages to finish it up here. Can they end it all, or will they have to go into OT to finish it? It all depends on how this goes from here. I'm guaranteeing that they really would rather not take it to OT. They'd rather finish it right here and now. Once again, Orion with that positioning. He is doing so incredibly well. And they will have no way to really get that off the wall in its current position. So, at the moment, Naughty Sausages seeming like they are really fumbling, and they're choosing this as their final sight. If it all goes wrong, they're going to be in a world of hurt. So it all comes down to the way that they operate it now. And we'll start to see the playstyles being brought in for Riot.
Yeah, this is their statement around Riot. They're saying like, hey, you might be able to take some rounds off of us, but we're going to take you to overtime. We're going to take you and not let you get a win for free. Because the last thing Riot want to give right now, end of the day, if they lose the match, they lose the match. But I don't think they want to give 3 points over to them. And Syra are going to be opening up as we get that wall open. The Bandit going to be shut down. Orion, your key impact player from the entire match, is dead.
Well, there are still 2 or 3 players that have been doing well on their own. It has been Mellows, it has been Hills, and it has been Hale. Yort's Life still looking to try and find something here. So it's going to be down to the 4 members in their positions to cut off any sort of push, any sort of play. Mellows playing a less aggressive setup right now, as we'll start to see Tesla. He'll get that wall open on the opposite end, so they can start making their push in from this side as well. 2 members from each side are going to be watching each area. Rella's able to find an easy kill, Az is able to find one as well, and that is looking terrible for the side of Naughty. We are probably going to go into OT here if they cannot find these close angles. Mellows has made his way all the way back to site. Needs to find so many kills. But Flux is just going to sit out there and wait. Hale with him as well. Nitro Cell in play. Will go out, not find anything just yet. But Mellows is going to be brought down. There's one member remaining. It is Hale. They can all start to move in. The drones are coming in as well. Hale's in the worst position he possibly could be. And Riot will make a statement. We are going to OT for the final match. Flawless.
I said it, did I not? Did I not call that we were going overtime? My boys over at Riot are getting this done. They're taking the dub. They're getting it done. Tesla has woken up. I'm very excited to see how this overtime goes. And we're not going to be switching sides. Naughty Sausages favoring for that defense to start off OT. And I think after losing
Defenders, protect your bombs from
couple rounds in a row, it may not exactly be the play for them. Most of their rounds were won over on the attack. But this gives them another chance just to wake up. Be like, hey, let's get this done. Let's get it done. And if they do win the round, then they're looking very favored to win because they dominated Riot on attack.
Well, I mean, as I said, the scariest thing so far for Naughty Sausages has been this hold in CCTV. They know that they can hold this absolutely easily.
10 seconds to
So
go.
the question is, Riot, you've gone up against this twice. There's been very minimal changes. Just players have been set in their positions and moved in their positions. How do you attack the site? Because right now, everything that you've done to attack the site has not worked.
Yeah, they've got to make a decision as to how they're going to play it. Whether they play it faster, whether they play it slower, whether they clear more angles or what. But I feel like a lot of their rounds, their round failures are coming from rounds where they're not clearing corners, where they're not checking proper drones and everything like that. But instead, rushing when they have frag advantages, rushing when they think the side is clear but they haven't droned it effectively. It is all a little bit different, and right, if they take their time, if they play it right, is that C4 going to prove to be detrimental? Hills is going to prove to be detrimental. He's going to take out Flux, who's watching the angle, and then just like that, he's going to take himself back up in the garage. He's just going to chill, and that C4 is going to do exactly what I thought it was going to do. It's going to take down before they can even get the wall open. Yep, the wall's going to stay shut, and the kit's outside there.
And that is such an impressive play there from Orion. He pre-places that C4, so the second that Tesla starts to open up that wall, he can activate it and it will kill him immediately. That is absolutely huge. But the second that we say that, the man on the opposite team that has been carrying his team into OT starts making his actions, starts making his movement. He is on 15 kills so far. Has the ability to move in towards the site, but he needs to find some way to make this push work, some sort of area that he can find a kill on. Rella almost being caught out. He's been caught out quite a lot recently, but the push is going to come in. Orion will find Rella. Yo, it's life will find Shiro, and lucky last, Azaz will be taken off the board thanks to the courtesy of Hale. And now we're going into the attacking half. And you got to remember, Naughty, they won 4 out of the 6.
This is scary right here. You are coming off only 2 defensive rounds when you've just played 7 attacking rounds, and it's not looking great for Riot. If we go to 7-7, I think Riot take the game. But Naughty Sausages very much here could just rush a site and just go to frag central and just shut down this game entirely. End of the day, both teams have secured themselves points. It just decides who gets 2 points and who gets 1.
And I think it's also like a moral high ground between these two teams. Obviously, they're both great competitors, they're great friends with each other. But regardless, it is still, I want to be the better team with my boys. That is basically how every sports game goes, including esports. So, in its current position, right now, Riot they are on the defensive side. Flux with 2 and 11. Tesla with 5 and 11. Asses with 15. Rella with 10. And Shiro with 8. It all comes down to the playstyles that are led through here. Looks like Naughty will be going straight once again for this take. Now, they did have a little trouble attacking this site, but in saying that, they did have one win coming in towards this area. So now Yo's Life can just look. It looks like he's not even going to play from this side. It looks like he's just going to go. Nope, there we go. Utility is going to be brought down and they'll start to get this wall open ASAP.
Very interesting to see the Flores. Very interesting the Flores brought out, because I don't think Flores has been played all game, if I'm correct.
You're not wrong, but look at who they've picked as operators.
We're good. Argus in place.
Oh, I didn't see
There's,
anything wrong.
I mean, the Habana, no Ace, no Thermite. There's no consideration there for both of these walls. They're just getting small openings. Habana can fully open a wall, but I mean, overall it's not going to be much. So Hills makes the decision there. He jumps in, able to find the kill on the Flux. That's not going to fully open up the wall there, so that's going to be a little bit of trouble for the rest of their team. They will not be able to use that just yet, unless Hale can somehow manage to prone under it completely. The drop will come in from Mallows. 2 members from the side of right will start making their way, possibly back in towards the site. The back and forth between Orion and Shiro goes as much as possible. But now Tesla, maybe looking to get a little bit aggressive. Yo's Life will start to make his way and drop back down. So Orion is going to get on the aggressive and cover his own teammate. He's actually going to make the jump in. It's going to be peaked, but it actually goes straight into the crosshair. That's going to be 1. Orion's going to go back and forth once again, bearing 9 out. Will be able to spot 1. So now makes the peak, able to spot 2. It's a triple kill for him. It's all down to Azes. He's stuck in sight. This may be it. 1 player's coming on main, and it's going to be the player that he was expecting. He's taking damage. Orion's able to make the push into sight. They know where the peak's coming from. The back and forth goes into play. Hale finds the kill. And Naughty Sausages will find the win. Riot not continuing with their momentum. And what a huge, huge game that was.
It was definitely one heck of a game. There's definitely a lot so we can talk about it. Very well played by Naughty Sausages at the end there. If anyone was going to clutch that round, it was going to be Aces.